All right, so the next one is from our next one is from Rusty Shackelford, and the subject is questions from the 415. What up, guys? I'm the boy. I think it's supposed to say Bostonator, but he spelled it wrong. I'm the Bostonator from San Francisco, not from the Castro District, a.k.a. Disco's favorite hood, whatever that means. I have two questions. Number one, I have a question for the show. Some people are arguing about podcasters having to pay to be on Podcast Row for StarCast. For example, somebody tweeted this from Wrestling Soup Podcast. Podcasters are the press. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Conrad Thompson is a phony con man. If you are paying to podcast from StarCast, you are being ripped off. Fact. Changing the media to cover an event is shady. Don't do it.
Okay.
Do you agree with this take or nah? Also, I look forward to the shows and the content on Patreon. P.S. I saw an account get taken down called Disco's Underwear on Twitter.
I think that I think that if you want to go to StarCast and you want to have a table, then you have to pay like any other vendor. You're promoting your podcast. You're probably trying to sell shirts or merch or whatever. Yeah. Of course, you have to pay to do that. You know.
First of all, it's his event. It's his event. Why shouldn't he charge for someone to be on it?
Right.
Is this a press conference? No. When we went to StarCast, bro, remember like they were all up against like this wall? There was like a million podcasters I'd never seen or heard from. Yeah. They're putting you in an area with 20,000 fans or whatever where you can monetize it. And the problem with podcasting nowadays, it's very easy to get into, very little overhead. And but the trick is getting numbers, you know, because if you have a podcast just to say you have one and you ain't making money, you're a mark unless you like chopping it up for free. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't no press conference, and if he wants to charge, he could and he should. Boom.
And if you're serious about your podcast, that's a great investment. Like Conan said, you're there, you're in the middle of all these fans.
You're a fucking nobody too. Some of these guys. It's like nobody's paying to see you. It's like say so you want to pay to be seen. That's that's how this shit works. You know.
And you can make contacts with wrestlers, or you can network with other shows. You know what I mean? It's an investment.
Yeah.